What's going on, guys? My name is Aldenero and welcome to episode 92 of my Leicester City career mode on FIFA 15. I want to apologise for there being no video yesterday. I was super busy, but we did get two up on Sunday, which was pretty good, and I want to do a double upload again before the week ends. I'm not sure what day it will be on, possibly Thursday, because I do really want to reach 100 episodes before Christmas. I don't know why I've set myself that milestone, I just have, but we come into our first game of the episode, and that is against QPR in the league. We're the away team wearing the red jersey, as you can see, and actually weirdly enough I never ever use that black and gold Leicester jersey. I really dislike it. I don't know why, it just really annoys me, I suppose. But we come up to the 35th minute of this game when James Ward-Prowse wins the ball back in sort of the QPR third of the pitch, and he does pretty well to do so. Plays the ball into Villalba, who does find the back of the net, and it's really good that his form has kind of reprised a little bit over the last couple of episodes, because he has propped up with the goals quite frequently, in all honesty. Like, he's not on 1 goal per 1 game yet, which is a ratio that he actually eclipsed in his first season at the club, but he is definitely closing in on it, and a couple more games where he gets a brace or a hat-trick could see him do that. And he comes forward in the 52nd minute ahead of the defence. He manages to go around the goalkeeper and put the ball into the back of the net to make it 2-0 to us, with Hector Villalba getting his second of the game, which is really neat, because I don't know, I was really worried about his form, like, as weird as it sounds. But we come up to the final 10 minutes of the game with Villalba chasing that hat-trick, his shot being saved by the goalkeeper. QPR went into a counter-attack from there, with Armand Traore picking the ball up in the right forward position, which is very strange for a left-back. And then the ball comes to Adel Tarab, who plays it into Matt Phillips, who hilariously misses the target with an absolutely woeful attempt on goal. Then we come up to the 90th minute of the game with Jeffrey Schlupp picking the ball up and playing Villalba in, chasing the hat-trick, the perfect opportunity to get it, but unfortunately his touch was a little bit too heavy and it played straight into the hands of the goalkeeper, and then QPR cleared their lines. But it matters not. We end the game at Loftus Road with a 2-0 victory, which is nice, because I think we actually drew against QPR earlier on in the season, and also any game where we get a clean sheet has to be seen as a real positive for us, because our defence is terrible. But our next game of the episode is away from home against Swansea City, and this is in the FA Cup, the 5th round actually, I think, as we played Bradford City, Charlton and Swansea City so far. So we are making headway in the FA Cup, and it is good to see us progressing in that. We're technically on course for a treble at the moment, which I don't really see likely, but if that were to happen, it would be the perfect way to leave Leicester City, I think, giving them the maximum amount of trophies possible, disregarding the Capital One Cup, of course. However, having said that, we did win the Community Shield at the start of the season against Arsenal on penalties, which is pretty good as well, because it would technically be a quadruple, but I don't know if they ever count the Community Shield in it, although I'm pretty sure if someone won all 4 of those, then it would be considered a quadruple. But we come up to the 40th minute of this game with Montero crossing the ball into Gylfi Sigurdsson, who does really well to slot the ball into the near post and give Swansea the lead. And as you can tell from this point in the game, it is actually all Swansea City, and they're playing out of their skins at the moment and putting our treble hopes in serious jeopardy. But in the 53rd minute, Jack Butland throws the ball straight out to a Swansea player, who finds Sigurdsson, who kind of bizarrely finds the side net, or just puts it wide of the goalkeeper, which is just very strange to see, considering how on point his shooting was in the first half. Then Jack Cork puts the ball wide just past the hour mark, and we come up to the 65th minute of the game with Jonathan Williams on the ball, doing really well to get round Inan, and sees his deflected shot go wide. That was our first shot of the entire game, which is unbelievable when you think about it, like the amount of quality we have on the pitch. Ki Sung-young, the former Swansea player, comes across to take the corner kick. It comes into Jeffrey Schlupp, who manages to find the back of the net and give us the equaliser. And in the space of 2 minutes in the game, we get our first shot of the entire game, and then we get the equaliser as well. So Swansea definitely hard done by, and have every right to feel so. But in the 71st minute, they came forward again with Jefferson Montero inside the box as he plays it into Levaya, who sees his shot go wide. Some very unlucky moments for Swansea in a game that they absolutely did dominate. But we come to the final 10 minutes of the game with Swansea on the attack once more, as Nathan Dyer picks up the ball inside the Leicester box. He plays it into Obeng, who sees his shot go just wide of the post. And then about 6 or 7 minutes later, we came on a counter attack as the ball comes to Jonathan Williams, who plays it out to Danny Ings. Swansea City committing way too many men forward in an attempt to find a winner in this game, and the ball comes through to Danny Ings in a great position. He plays it across the face of goal to Bertrand Bertrand Traore, who Ronaldo chops around 2 defenders and finesses it into the corner of the net to give us a late winner against Swansea City away from home in the FA Cup to put us into the 7th round, and by which I mean the 6th round. I don't know why I said 7th, but our next game obviously being the most important game of the season overall, because I have decided to let the Champions League define how successful a season this is for us. And as you can see from the tournament tree, this is really like, you know, it's the big leagues now. It's what they call the business end of the Champions League. We're playing against Bayern Munich, who we actually did have in our group stage in our first season in the Champions League 2 seasons ago, along with AC Milan and a Portuguese team, possibly, I don't know, I can't actually remember. But the FC Bayern team is unbelievable and relatively, if not completely unchanged from how it looks on the default. Like, Philip Lam's still playing at right back for them. That's one thing, like, I've said this a couple of times, but I don't rant about it an awful lot. The lack of change, the lack of variety, and the lack of transfer activity from the AI teams is kind of shocking in this game. Like, they rarely make huge signings, like very rarely. Like, even when they do, they rarely actually field the players on the pitch, and it's very frustrating to see a refusal in the AI's ability to tinker with the team and the game mechanics and just, you know, find new players and things of that nature. Especially teams who sort of do tend to do that, or managers who do tend to change players here and there. But in the 25th minute of this game, Zivkovic does really well against Lam, and crosses the ball into Villalba, who tests Manuel Neuer with the header as the German goalkeeper tips it over the bar. Then we had to make a substitution in the 28th minute with Bertrand Traore coming on in place of Tom Ince because of this challenge from Alaba knocking him over and eventually hurting his arm, which was a shame for him. We come up to the 37th minute of the game with James Ward-Prowse's shot having to be tipped over by Neuer. That would have been a fantastic goal, but it would take a fantastic goal to beat a goalkeeper like Neuer. In the 45th minute, the ball comes to DeAndre Yedlin, who sees his shot saved, and running onto it is Bertrand Traore to keep it in play, and he gets it from Lam, and the referee blows for half time at possibly the worst moment. I feel like that's a very unlucky moment when things like that happen, but we started off the second half as good as we ended the first, with Bertrand Traore's shot going just over the bar, but we were definitely getting closer and closer and closer, and 4 minutes later we'd have another chance with Andrew Robertson coming down the left hand side of the pitch. He plays it into Divock Origi, who's in a great position, and he gets a finesse shot off which Neuer punches away, and Bayern Munich do eventually clear their lines, albeit in a state of panic. In the 58th minute, Bertrand Traore comes tearing down the right hand side. He cuts inside once more, goes for the finesse shot, and what a goal that would have been. Like, we're testing Neuer with some absolutely amazing shots in this game. Just past the hour mark, the ball comes to DeAndre Yedlin, who plays it into Villalba, who once again sees his shot saved by Manuel Neuer, and at this moment Bayern Munich kind of woke up a little bit. They came to life a little bit more. Schweinsteiger plays the ball into Kistler, who plays it to Lewandowski, who finds Neymar, who was just casually sitting on the bench for Bayern Munich in a very bizarre state of affairs. In the 80th minute, we brought on Jeffrey Schlupp and Jonathan Williams in an attempt to just inject some pace into the game and try and get something, and from a counter-attack in the 90th minute of the game, inside stoppage time, Hector Villalba takes the ball around Badstuber and plays it into Jeffrey Schlupp, who's running at Alaba, and this had to be the opportunity, but Jeffrey Schlupp hits it into the side net, and unfortunately we don't take the opportunity to take the lead against Bayern Munich and take that result to the Allianz Arena. But once more, deep into stoppage time this time, Bertrand Traore runs towards the goal, passes it across the face of goal to find Divock Origi, who finds the back of the net in bizarre circumstances, in the sense that Bayern Munich just didn't really offer anything in the game outside of the opening 20 minutes and the final 20 minutes, but Divock Origi seizing the opportunity to give us the lead, and this will be a great lead to take to the Allianz Arena because of the fact that Bayern Munich are really good, but they play with 5 at the back, which kind of suggests that they go for a defensive possession based game, and I believe that we can go there and manage to hold them to some kind of result. Like, if we can get an away goal, great. If not, as long as we don't concede a goal, naturally we will progress to the next round of the Champions League, and that has to be the target for us. But either way, a fantastic result from us on that particular occasion, and a great night at the King Power Stadium. That's the end of this episode. I'm sorry it's a little bit shorter than usual, but the QPR game was incredibly boring, and that's why. But we find that Tom Ince is going to miss 9 days, so a good opportunity for Valère Bresson, Bertrand Traore, and even Julian Brandt to come into the team and show what they're capable of. But yeah, that's the end of the episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do leave a like. That would be much appreciated. I've been El Dinero. Thanks for watching.